So today I want to focus on Migri's website. That's the Finnish immigration website. Some of you already admitted in Vamia. Congratulations once more. I got the messages and everything. I'm so grateful that I was of great help to you, and I also congratulate you for being humble enough to thank me. All right, because I know not everyone remembers you. When they just come, they get the information, they disappear. But I'm so grateful that like 90%, most of you always come back to tell me like, oh, Tabi, I got it. Thank you so much. And that keeps me going. That kind of like sort of like encourage me to keep doing more, because I know that, okay, I'm not just wasting my time. It's yielding fruit. All right. Congratulations to you all. We are so happy. A win for you is a win for us all. And if you didn't make it, please don't give up. There are other admission rounds that are upcoming. Please be patient. At the moment, because I always talk about the timeline of you applying for studies in Finland. At the moment, ongoing applications are for Finnish programs, which means the language of instruction for these programs is Finnish. All right, so which means they are for Finns and those whose Finnish language proficiency is like from B1 and above, right? So most of you are not in this category, so relax. By next month, I'm very sure some of you will be getting emails from your schools. I'm talking about those of you who applied during the joint application period, and you made it to the second phase of the entrance exam. And even for those of you who applied for master's programs through direct or separate application in your university. So finger crossed, you are waiting for next month. So I think after that, we'll be able to, like in May or June, we'll start seeing supplementary. All right, that means maybe the university was expecting 25 students for a particular program, and then they got just 20, and now they need 5 more. So they'll open that they'll open that program for admission or application. All right. So we'll start having supplementary, and then in August, towards the end of August, we'll start having like autumn applications, and in September as well, we'll have the joint application as well. All right. So please don't give up. Just relax. We'll get there. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna share my screen, and I'll take you to the Migri website. Let's see. Okay, so this is the homepage of the Finnish Immigration Service. And as you can see, I changed the language to English because it's like it automatically takes you to Finnish, but you have to change it to English. And now on this homepage, you see, I want to apply. So you want to apply for first residence permit. First residence permit. So not travel documents, no. First residence permit, because you are coming as an international student and you'll be given the A permit, which means it's continuous permit. At first it was B, but they changed the law in favor of the international students. So they will give you continuous A permit, not B. But for those who are coming as exchange students, they'll be given B. But if you are coming for a full-time program that will last 2 years, 3 years, they're gonna give you A, which is continuous. So now you're applying for first residence permit. I click here. Oh, not just first, what type? So are you visiting Finland? Are you coming to study? Like, what are you coming to do? So you can see here, why do you want to move to Finland? So when you scroll down, you're gonna see, I have a study place in Finland. You click here and then you go next. So it will take you to this page. All right. And then you can read more about it. And I'm going to take you to the application fee. Residence permit application for studies. I want to know more about the fee, how much I'm going to pay, like, and other information. So that you need. You can also see here expected processing time for electronic application. First permit takes 1 to 2 months for students. Expected processing time for paper application, it will take 2 to 3 months. So it is advisable for you to do it electronically. So it means you fill the application form through Enter Finland. All right, you create an account and you fill it there. But if you do everything when you get to VFS Global, then it will take 2 to 3 months. And also, there's a big difference in the fee that you pay, okay, the application fee. As you can see here, I don't know if I can just to highlight this here. As you can see here, the electronic application fee for your first resident permit is 350 euros. All right. You have to pay this before you book your time for embassy visit. But this is for minor, all right. And then paper application for adults is 450 euros. So there's a difference of 100 euros if you're doing this like the paper application. But with the electronic, you pay 350 euros. So I will advise you to go for the electronics as well. Electronic also, you kind of like avoid some errors and stuff like that. So that's it for the fees. Now let's look at the income requirement for students. Let's look at the income requirement. Let's see how it goes. Income requirement for students. You can see if your studies, let me highlight, try to highlight. If your studies take 1 year or longer, you must have 6,720 euros in your bank account when you submit the application. So they are not telling you 3 months or 4 months later or 1 month. They say when you submit the application. So which means as you are submitting, this money should be in your account, because your bank statement is one of the attachments that you submit with your application form. So if your study takes less than 1 year, you must have 560 euros per month at your disposal. So the 6,720 euros, if your study takes more than 1 year or more, all right, is not for a month, it's for the entire studies. Do you understand? At first, there was this B permit where you have to apply just for 1 year. So you show the 6,720 euros when you are applying for residence permit. And then when you come to Finland, after 1 year, you have to renew that B permit and you still need to show 6,720 euros. But now, because of the new law, I talked about it in my channel. If you're new here, please, you can check it out. I'm going to leave a link to this in the description box. So according to the new law, students are not required, especially if your study takes more than 1 year, you are not required to renew your permit. That's why they give you the continuous permit, which is A permit. It's for 4 years. All right. So it doesn't matter if your studies will take 2 years or 3 years, they will give you the continuous permit, which is A permit, which means after 1 year, you're not supposed to renew. And now, does that mean, oh, because I'm not supposed to renew, am I supposed to, is my bank statement supposed to be, for example, 6,720 euros times 2 because my program is 2 years, or times 2 because my program is 3 years? No. This is the amount you're supposed to show, irrespective of how long your study is. 6,720 euros. But if your study is less than 1 year, which I think is for exchange students and other things, like other programs, you should have 560 euros per month. Please watch this video and concentrate on the numbers I'm giving, the figures I'm giving, because I don't want to be seeing questions there and then mixed up, please. So I'm taking my time to explain this because I want it to be clear. All right. So for example, you're a master's student and you have your, like, you'll be granted admission and you're applying for residence permit, all you need to have in your bank account is 6,720 euros. If you're a bachelor student and your program takes 3.5 years, 4 years, 3 years, all you need to show is 6,720 euros. Very important. All right, so now for the fees. If you pay your tuition fee before arriving in Finland, please attach documentation of the paid fee to your residence permit application. This is very important because that's how they know you are registered as attending. Remember, you can't register as attending until you've paid your fees. So they need to see that proof. All right. So that's why they are stressing it here that in addition, you need to have sufficient funds for living in Finland. So paying your fees is not enough. You still need to show your bank statement. So if you pay the tuition fee only after arriving in Finland, please attach to your residence permit application documents showing that you have the necessary funds to pay your tuition fee and to support yourself in Finland. So for example, if your school says, okay, you still have to maybe October, even though your study begins in August, you still have to October to pay your fees, then you can obviously apply for your residence permit. So now you're not going to show 6,720 euros. You're also going to show that amount of your fees. Like, so you're going to show them that you have enough money to cater for yourself and also to pay your fees for your fees. But I think this is like, it's rare because most universities, like, they require you to pay your fees even before going to the embassy. So for those with scholarships, if you have received a scholarship to cover your tuition fee, please attach a certificate issued by your educational institution of the scholarship to your application. In addition, you need to have sufficient funds. So they are stressing the sufficient funds because you may be given a 100% scholarship to come study in Finland, which means you are not required to pay fees, but you will still need to show the 6,720 euros. So the fact that you're coming to study for a 100% scholarship doesn't mean you are not supposed to show this amount, because they want to see that you have sufficient funds, okay, to live in Finland. And also you must attach a document from your university stating that they are granting you this 100% scholarship, 30% scholarship, 50% scholarship. All these documents, you have to put them together. All right. So the next thing and the last thing for this video, because I don't want to cover everything here, I'll be talking more of this as we progress. So now I want to talk about insurance, all right, because this is something you need. Insurance is very, very important. So now I'm focusing on stuff that much to budget. So now these are the different insurance documents when we talk about health insurance that you need to attach. For example, a certificate of insurance, which most of you coming outside Europe, you need to have, all right? So you need to buy an insurance from internationally recognized insurance company. But if you're already in Finland and you have a copy of the Kela card, the Kela card is it's like it's been issued to you here in Finland if you are living here. So you don't need to. So I know that I'm talking mostly to those that are coming from like outside Europe. So I won't focus on the Kela card and also the European health insurance card. And those coming from the UK as well, if you have the UK global health insurance, you can show it. So this, you need the first one, is certificate of insurance. So what kind of insurance do they need? So the insurance excess may not be more than 300 euros. This is very important. So this is something that you, like, most insurance companies are aware of this anyways. When you go there and you're like, I want to buy health insurance, I'm going to Finland or I'm traveling to whatever country as a student and I need health insurance for 1 year. And this health insurance, you don't have to buy health insurance for 5 years, all right? So they're gonna tell you, they know all these things. So if you stay in Finland for less than a year, your insurance must be valid throughout your entire stay in Finland. If your studies in Finland take longer than a year, your insurance must be valid without a break for at least 1 year. So that's what I was trying to say. All right. So it's not like my program will last for 3 years. I need a 3 years insurance. No, you can buy an insurance for 1 year and it's valid. All right. So this is very important. So if you get the residence permit for 2 years, but your insurance is only valid for a year, remember to renew your insurance. This is very important as well. So if you are getting a continuous permit, that's A, you are not supposed to renew your permit, but you're supposed to renew your insurance because as an international student, you obviously need health insurance. But this is something you can do and it doesn't cost like so much, it doesn't cost a lot. So your insurance must be valid when you arrive in Finland. So if your studies take at least 2 years, your insurance must cover. So I don't want to talk about this amount because I remember the last year, like some students were like, "Oh my God, they want me to buy an insurance worth 40,000 euros." I said no, that's insane. If they're requesting for something like that, they are not saying you're gonna pay the 40,000 euros. It should be worth this amount. You should be able to cover for these expenses, the expenses of up to 40,000. Not that you're going to pay 40,000. All right. So if your study takes less than 2 years, your insurance must cover medical expenses up to 120 euros. So see all these big figure. Don't even look at it. I don't even want to talk about it before it start confusing you. You're not supposed to pay this amount. You are just supposed to go to the insurance company and buy a 1 year insurance. It's not more than 200 euros, I would say. So, all right. So these are different insurance companies that you use. You can use the French company, Assurances, Cottages, Air Services, and then you can also use the Swiss insurance company, that's Swiss Air. You can use the US company, but it's not like you must use only this 5 insurance companies or providers and you can't use any other. The one I used when I was traveling to Finland, it's not yet, but it's internationally recognized. So you can go to every country, like your country have, like they have these insurance providers. So you can check them out. All right. So I think I'll end here because I've talked about the I've talked about you paying your application fee when you fill your form through Enter Finland fee. I've talked about you paying your fees and attaching a document that states that you've paid fees, and also if you are eligible for a scholarship, you need a document from your university as well. I've talked about insurance. I've talked about your proof of funds, which is a 6,720 euros to be in your bank account, not in your sponsor's account. In your bank account, not in your sponsor's account again. So if your sponsor has this money, you should put it in your own account. So this money should be in your account, and then you print out your bank statement and then you attach it to your application and then you submit. So you need to have all these documents, the different attachments, and also like before paying the application fee. I will talk more about the documents you need when applying for a residence permit, a student residence permit. I will talk about this during my next video. So if you're new here, thanks for coming. You're welcome to our community. Please do it to like this video, subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. All right. So just relax. You're in the right place. We will get you sorted out. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm using Zoom, so the quality of my video, I don't know, may not be too good because I'm using my laptop. And the lighting system is not that good because this is almost midnight. That's my life. So, okay. The most important thing is get the information, forget about the video quality. As long as the audio quality is good, as long as you can hear me, get the information, forget about the face. All right. So I wish you an amazing week ahead. God bless you. And let's continue to stay strong and be hopeful because we move. Okay. God bless you. Bye.